A few weeks ago, I went back to India on a trip with Actionaid Italia to work together on a project on violence against women. And in this video, I will show you a bit of what we've been up to over there. Hey guys, it has been a very long 24 hours, but I finally made it to India. We landed in Bhopal early in the morning. We had a very long flight from Italy with a few layovers, and by the time we got out of the airport we were all exhausted, so I was very happy when our driver came pick us up and drop us to the hotel to get a few hours sleep before starting the day. I had never been to this part of India before. Bhopal is a city in the state of Madhya Pradesh, which is the central part of the country. 40% of the population here is Muslim, 60% is Hindu, and Bhopal is apparently one of the greenest cities in India, and it's known for its many lakes. How many? I still can't tell. Everyone has a different version.
45.
After getting a few hours sleep, we headed straight to the center. Now I'm at the Orbit Center, which is actually based here in Bhopal, and here's where the women come when they need help. They come into the hospital and they walk into the center and they talk to the people here, tell them what their problem is, and then they get help. We had a meeting with the staff. They showed us around the center and explained to us what they do there. The center is open 24/7, and when a woman walks in asking for help, she gets a medical exam first, then her case is filed, the police is contacted if necessary, and from then on the center will take care of the case, making sure justice is made and the woman's rights are respected. So these are all the cases that they get here, and they're all cases of violence against women. And they have some more over here. As you can see, it's a lot. I just got back. Today was seems so long, but just because I'm so tired from the trip and I'm a bit jet lagged, I'm really happy to have the opportunity to work in this project, and I can't wait for the next few days. It's day 2 here in Bhopal, India. It's gonna be another emotionally intense day. On the second day, we started listening to the stories of the women the center's helping. One of them, Shenin, had been raped 8 times by her boss, which is now in jail thanks to the work done by the center. Another girl, she was 10 when she was raped by a man she knew. He was 60. She is now in 8th grade and she decided she wants to be a police officer when she grows up. Hey guys, I am currently in the slums of Bhopal. We are going to a girl's house right now to interview her. In the next few days, we will be walking into people's homes and taking a picture of the women that were helped by Actionaid, and we'll get their stories, take their picture, take some video, and it's going to be a little emotionally intense as their stories are quite heartbreaking, and you know, we're dealing with women violence here, so it's a very delicate and tough topic, and I don't want this video to be like too heavy, but it's good you guys see this sort of things too, not just the fun side of travel, as travel is not just fun, you know, travel has to do with people's lives, so life is sometimes it's hard, and it's good you guys see it.
तो मुझे ज़रूरत है, कभी यहाँ पर पैसे लेने के लिए पहुँचा अम्मी ये लोग के पास, भाई ये लोग मुझे पैसे बात करके मुझे घर से बाहर दिया।
girl in India can be dangerous. Many women face physical, sexual, and psychological violence on a daily basis. Their own home is often the most unsafe place. Can you smile? Like, big smile? Every morning we get the newspaper slipped under the door when we wake up, and the headlines of the newspapers are scarily in line with what we're here to cover. This was from a few days ago, the day after the next newspaper talks about 5 cops getting suspended because they didn't accept the case of the teen girl that was gang raped. And then on the same newspaper is just, you know, rape and violence on women here is just scarily common and accepted almost, and there's so much work that needs to be done. On our last day in Bhopal, we headed to the countryside and we met with a family. The daughter was married off when she was 13 to pay her father gambling debt. She was beaten by the husband and by the in-laws constantly. After a few years, she was able to leave and go back to her parents' home. She is fine now, and she wants to become the first tuk-tuk woman driver in Bhopal. I really hope she does. As we were leaving, we ran into a Quranic school and there were kids everywhere. They were all super excited to get their picture taken. It was one of those cute little moments and it made everything lighter. And while I was looking at these kids, I kept thinking, these are going to be adult men soon, and how many of them will turn into violent jerks? And how do we stop that from happening? Ready? Today is our last day in Bhopal. We're in a rural area and we're listening to the case of the last girl, and after that we're done here. We have the afternoon off and have a late night flight to Delhi. Her husband is dead? Oh my god, her has sickness. What happened? India is an incredible country and it has such a beautiful, rich spiritual culture, but it's still a man's land. And while in the West we are fighting for equal pay, here too many women are still fighting for their lives. But things can change. They will change if we all do something about it. It's both a matter of intervention and prevention. And it starts with the youth.